thank you so much for coming tonight. It's gonna be, no, really, listen, I know how busy you guys are. Well, some of you guys just sit around and play video games and do other things. But some of you are so busy, and really thank you so much for coming out. It means so much to me. I love the great city of Seattle. I am so proud to come back to my hometown. We have an amazing lineup tonight, truly an amazing lineup. As you know, Joel McHale is going to be here. And Chris Ballou from Presidents of the United States of America, and Casper Babypants is here. Michael Franti is here with like half of Spearhead, his band. So it's like Michael Franti and Spear, or Michael Franti and Head, I don't know. But that didn't come out right. We've got Rachel and Vilry are here. So Rachel Price is from the band Lake Street Dive, an amazing band. I don't know if you've ever heard them. Her voice is phenomenal. They're doing some great stuff. We've got the North Side Step Team is going to be here, right from Seattle. And we've got the Toronto Youth Diversity Choir. We've got Mr. Payam Akavan is here. He's a human rights lawyer. He's going to talk to us a little bit more about why we're here, who Mona is, and what's at stake for tonight. I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that, because this is all, remember, for a great cause. It's the 20th anniversary of an organization that is one of the most beautiful things I've ever been a part of. The Mona Foundation is gorgeous. We're going to get into that later. You're going to find out more about Mona. There's going to be plenty of comedy. There's going to be plenty of music. And unfortunately, a lot of the comedy tonight, guys, is going to be, because Joel and I talked about this backstage, a lot of the comedy is going to be making fun of Seattle. Okay? And I'm, honestly, I'm really sorry about that. I feel terrible about that, you know? I mean, I feel bad because, you know, Seattle's changed in a lot of ways, especially over the last, 10 years, 10, 12 years. And, people give it a bad time that there's all these new corporations, coming. There's that Amazon and Microsoft. No, I hear boos out there like Expedia and Starbucks and, Zillow and all these. No, hold on a second. See, I'm hearing the boos, and that's just not right, because I truly want to say that these corporations have changed the face and the demographic, the geography, the aesthetic of Seattle. But maybe, have you ever thought about this? Maybe for the better? Maybe for the good? No, hold on. Hear me out. You're very like, what's that show where people are cheering, like Jerry Springer? There's a lot of like Jerry Springer stuff going on, which I love it. I love it. Good. So, but listen, maybe the commerce of these places, of these organizations, these corporations, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's allowed Seattle to flower and develop and given us our sports teams, the enormous amount of wealth here. Homeowners have seen their wealth double and triple. I mean, there's so many positive things. And oftentimes I know the people that work at these places, they feel bad. They feel bad. They're vilified sometimes. They're spat upon. They're mocked. Oh, you work at Amazon. You're one of those corporate drones or something like that. And actually, Kelly, is it possible to get the house up a little bit? We could bring it up to like half. Yeah, just bring it up a little bit. Because what I want to do is I want to honor the people that work at these companies. I want to honor them and salute them. And if there are people here that I want to see a show of hands, please, of everyone who works at Amazon, proudly, Microsoft, Starbucks, Zillow, Expedia. Show of hands. Okay, right. All the corporations, the so-called evil. You know what? Stand up, please. Stand up. No, please. I'm not kidding. I want to honor you. I want to salute you. Can everyone who works at Microsoft stand up? Everyone at Amazon, Starbucks, Facebook. How about all the other startups? Thank you for standing up. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are! There they are! Take note of them. Ha-ha! I tricked you. You see how this went down? I tricked you. I fooled you. Ha ha ha! Now, what should we do with them? These. Now you know who they are. Fetch the torches. Oh, yeah. You come here with your high-paying jobs and like, oh, I want to give to a charity tonight. I'm going to be generous. Yeah, you're walking, you're taking public transportation everywhere and being conscious of the environment. There's some kind of weird video playing. And you're like, eco-conscious and like supporting the local. You know what? I don't know what to make fun of you for. So maybe we should actually applaud and salute them. So let's give it up for the good employees. Oh, that felt good. That felt really good. Thank you all for coming. I wanted to read something to you. I haven't read this yet, but I wrote a friend of mine who you might be familiar with, telling him about this event, because I wanted to hear what he would have to say to you and to the great city of Seattle and about the Mona Foundation and about this evening. So I wrote a little letter to someone we know as Dwight K. Schrute. And I know this feels a little meta, but he actually sent me an email and wanted me to read it to you. I haven't had a chance. I've been so crazy backstage, I haven't had a chance to read it yet. But he wrote an email and a letter directly to you guys, the great people of Seattle. So let's see what it says here. Greetings. This is Dwight K. Schrute, manager of Dunder Mifflin Paper Company, Scranton, Pennsylvania. This actor, Rainn Wilson, requested a letter from me to the people of Seattle. The guy who is reading the letter is the worst. He thinks he's so cool with his stupid hipster beard, but he's actually a fat, old, unemployed nobody. Don't listen to him. Wow. I'm not going to lie, that stings a little bit. He is, however, and I must admit this, incredibly handsome and formidable. I am strangely drawn to his features for some strange reason. His tiny nose, his moon face, his enormous forehead. So here's my letter. This is Dwight speaking, not me. Dear Seattle, you are idiots. First of all, coffee makes no sense. I simply drink water from a creek and swallow a generic caffeine tablet for the exact same effect. Boom, just saved $4. Plus, I don't have to drink a beverage that tastes like a dirty shrub vomited. Also, the mermaid on the Starbucks cup looks deranged. Mermaids make no sense. Where do they defecate from? Think about it. There's simply no anus. And grunge? Fact. It's simply heavy metal for heroin addicts. Flannel works great as a burial shroud, but as fashion, forget about it. And also, what is a seahawk? It's not a thing. A hawk that lives by the sea and eats minnows? Ooh, I'm so intimidated. So many of the other bird mascots would win in a fight, like an eagle from Philadelphia and a falcon from Atlanta. Even the humble cardinal of Arizona would give a seahawk a run for its money. And what the fuck is a mariner? You have a baseball team named after an ancient sailor? And you know what they say about sailors, don't you? They're idiots. They couldn't make it on the land, so they had to go out on the ocean. If they were really talented and strong, they'd be rangers on the land, like Aragorn or Jon Snow. And what the hell is a sounder? Ugh, you make me sick. Salmon are also lame. They don't have a sword on them like a swordfish or teeth like a shark. They are useless and simply take up space. They are the parking attendants of fish. And the Space Needle, don't get me started. It looks like a syringe from a bad episode of Star Trek. Unless it can inject some of your famous heroin into a giant, or it can be retrofitted with rockets and blast off into outer space, it's useless. Why not tear it down and put up a very tall shopping mall? Amazon employees? What do you... The only thing Seattle has going for it is Amazon, an amazing company named after an incredible race of sexy warrior women. Now that's a mascot I can get behind. I think they sell books, which is cool because books are printed on paper, which I sell. And in fact, we have a 15-bond cream that is currently selling for 23% off. Sasquatches are cool and they exist. Perhaps you can get one to host this next year instead of this unfunny weirdo. That is all. Also, don't give any money to charity. It's a waste of time. Give it to me. I'll make the world a better place. I'll give it to my children to use to buy more farmland, livestock, and weapons for the inevitable zombie apocalypse. You're welcome, world. Now, leave. If you hurry home, you can watch 8 more episodes of Cops on Channel 13, and your evening won't have been entirely wasted. So thank you, Mr. Schrute. So I want to switch gears a little bit and tell you a little bit about the Mona Foundation. This is a nonprofit that was founded in Kirkland 20 years ago. It's its 20th birthday this year. And the model for what the Mona Foundation does is absolutely exquisite. We're going to find out a little bit more tonight. But to sum it up, to button it up succinctly, they scour the world for first-class grassroots educational programs and schools and raise the money here in the United States to allow those already working schools that were founded locally and work locally to grow and spread and flourish. Help them develop a 5, a 10, a 20-year plan. Some of the programs that we work with, we've been working with for 20 years because education is a long process. And this education is what I believe in. I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't have the career that I have if I hadn't had those great teachers, those great mentors that were in my life. Let's give it up for the teachers.